Welcome to all of you. Welcome. My name's Garrison-Brook. I am the founder of a nonprofit organization, a yoga teacher of about, 18 years. And today's practice, we're going to be focusing on Ajna Chakra, which is the sixth chakra, the third eye. And we're going to be playing with our relationship with independence and how that makes us dependable. That's going to be the focus of our time today. So come on to the mat. If you have a block or a strap, I invite you to put it nearby. Look, here, mine here. And for those of you who practice with me a lot, you're probably like, oh my gosh, Laura actually has her blocks somewhere where she can grab them. Because I often forget to grab my blocks. So grounding down into the feet, feeling yourself landing here, rooting down, feeling yourself connect. Palms shine forward, soften those knees. Let the shoulders drop down. And feel here into this moment, connecting to this body, connecting to this practice, connecting to this mind. Breathing. Another breath. And then let's inhale those arms out and up, reach up, lift up. Keeping the eyes closed if that's comfortable for you. Hands lightly touch overhead. We've been doing a lot of Hakini Mudra, which is when we touch all of the fingertips together. The palms are apart from each other. And then you draw the hands down the midline. Hakini is one of the mudras of the third eye. It's brilliant for mental acuity. Inhale those arms out, reach up, lift up, take up space, and feel here with the arms wide, the palms open, the feet ground down. Feel yourself opening up to grace, opening up to gratitude, opening. Feel your heart open to abundance. And then bring the hands together. Fingertips touch. Hakini Mudra down into the heart. And then bring the palms together in Anjali Mudra, the gesture of devotion, which is a prayer at the heart. Snuggle the base of the thumbs into the heart. And then flower open your hands in Padma Mudra, which is when the pinkies and the thumbs touch, other fingers flower open. And then roll the thumbs together, roll the backs of the hands together, circle the hands around, and then the palms are cupped in front of the heart. Okay? Let's do that again. Inhale those arms out and up, reach up, lift up. Fingertips touch overhead, Hakini. Bring the hands down, exhale. Palms come together, Anjali Mudra at the heart, snuggling the base of the thumbs in towards the heart space. And then Padma, flowering open our heart, feeling ourselves open to abundance, open to gratitude. And then we roll those hands, rolling the thumbs, the backs of the hands come together, circle the hands around, palms are cupped together in front of the heart, feeling yourself open, feeling yourself here open, ready to receive the lessons of this practice, what you have to teach yourself. Swadhyaya, self-inquiry. Inhale those arms up, reach up. And exhale, dive down. Come on down. Folding forward. Soften those knees as much as you need to in your first Uttanasana. And hangs heavy. Thank you, Karen and Gail, for your donations. Thank you, thank you. Yay. Swaying back and forth. Feel into the feet. Feel yourself grounded and steady. Present here. The Yoga Sutra we've been repeating again and again. Inhale, arch up halfway, flat back. Is Yoga Chitta Vritti Nirodha. Exhale the head down. Which means yoga is about the cessation. Step that right leg back. Nice long line. Left knee right over the left ankle. Hands frame the foot. Pour energy down those shoulders, down the back. Pouring energy down that right leg, out the heel. Yoga is about the cessation of the fluctuations of the mind. So just feel yourself dropping into silence. Drop that right knee down. Shoulders down the back. Letting the hips be heavy. Another breath. And now with your block, having your block possibly come up high and lifting up. And then the left hand comes down onto the block, outside of the leg, and then just gently stretch the top arm open. Bending, side bending to the left. Breathing here. And then hand frame comes down. Set those hips back. Toes stay down. Folding over that leg. And then inhaling forward. Just allowing yourself to dip down. Settling down. Closing the eyes when you feel comfortable doing so in the practice. Exhale those hips back, toes rise up. Ajna Chakra, is all about silence. It's about becoming, it's about finding, connecting to that still point. Inhale forward. Curl the back toes under. And step it back, down dog. Ground your hands. Walk your feet out. Head hangs heavy. Tailbone rises up. Roll the head on the neck if that feels good. Remembering that this practice is always an expression of your intuitive intelligence. And if you feel like you don't have a lot of a deep connection to the body yet, that's okay. Drop the knees under the hips, hands under shoulders. And let's inhale, lift into our Bakkhasana cow. Exhale, arch. Marjarayasana. Flowing, really connecting to the spine. Close the eyes, go inside. Feel inside. Sending love, sending gratitude to this body. Remember, we exhale as we arch. We inhale as we lift the tailbone, lift the head. And then exhale, arch. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, walk those hands forward, curl the toes, lift the hips, down dog. Walk your dog out. Head hangs heavy. Roll the head on the neck. Plug those hands in. And then step that right foot forward. Knees right over ankle. Hands frame the foot. Beautiful energy pouring down the spine, down the shoulders, down that left leg, out the heel. Allowing the hips to just soften. Another breath. Drop that knee. Low runner's lunge. Agya Chakra is all about unity. Sending those hips back, folding over the leg. Inhale it forward. And this unity means so many different things. But the most foundational thing is we start to unify ourselves. Exhale those hips back. Toes rise up. Fold over that leg. Another breath. Inhale forward. And taking that block, bringing the height up so that you got some nice height. And inhale, lift up, reaching up. And then that right hand comes down onto the block so it's comfortably in a place where you feel braced. And then stretch open to the left. Breathing here, breathing into the kidneys, the adrenals, stretching out the left side waist, the obliques. And then bring that hand down. And as I mentioned at the beginning of class, curl the toes under, step it back. The teacher that I'm working with right now talks about how we need to seek our independence in order to be dependable. Okay, our independence in order to be dependable. Head hangs heavy. Another breath. And glide forward into your plank pose, feeling yourself really grounding down. And as if your mat is a mirror, look down into the mat. Look down into this mirror with kind, compassionate eyes, seeing your reflection there. Sending yourself so much love, so much acceptance, kindness. Seeing yourself whole. Another breath. And come on down, knees, chest, chin, ashram. Ground those hips down, hands under shoulders. Baby cobra, Bhujangasana. And exhale it down. So this independence, it's about connecting more and more deeply to who you are. Stitching together the ways that we show up in life. Exhale it down. Inhale, lift, and listening to your own body. What speaks to you here in Cobra Pose? Is it baby cobra that you want? Is it really back body? Exhale down, inhale up. Closing the eyes, go inside. And when I talk about stitching things together, maybe bringing some more height into your cobra, it's about, we have all these different hats that we wear in life, right? How we show up as a son or daughter, as a sibling, as a significant other, as a colleague, as a neighbor, all these different things. And life can get really tense, pushing up into your cobra, maybe some more height, beautiful back bend. Breathe into the back waist. And then roll up onto those knees and come on back into your Anahatasana. Puppy dog stretch. Press the palms down. And then curl the toes, lift the hips, down dog. Where you feel like, well, I need to be this way, as a child to my parents. I need to be this way as a significant other. I need to be this way as a sibling. And you kind of start maybe running in all these different directions. And yourself, your true self, your Atman, head hangs heavy, down dog. And then float that right leg back and up, stretch it up, reach it up, roll the foot on the ankle. Have that feel good. And step it forward, coming into your Vira 1. Your true self might be just kind of lost in the shuffle, right? Arms reach up overhead. So the work of Ajna Chakra is about bringing everything together, integrating everything, so that we don't feel torn. We don't feel conflicted. Breathing. Another breath. Step off onto that right foot, coming into Bakkhasana. Karate Kid pose. Maybe turn the hands so the palms are up. And then catch the foot, bring the left heel into the left glute. Dropping the thigh bones down so that they're in alignment with each other. Stretching out the quad. Breathing here. Really root down into that right leg. And if you'd like, you can float the left arm up, reaching it up. Now your choice if you want to come into King Dancer or not. If you are coming into King Dancer, turn your hand. Hold on to the inside of the foot. Thumb is on the ball, the big mound of the foot. And then we start to just come forward, keeping that left hip down. Float the arm up, the leg up, breathing. Another breath. And then release. And step it back. Virabhadrasana 1. Rooting down, root to rise, rising up. And we talked quite a bit yesterday, and the day before yesterday. The day before yesterday was about self-care. And we talked a lot yesterday about feedback, the feedback we get in life. Straightening that front leg, long edges of the feet parallel to long edges of the mat. Your choice how you come forward here in your pyramid pose. If you're feeling super tight, I invite you to grab your blocks and have the height of your blocks be as tall as possible. And you might be like, that's still not enough. Well, then just bring your hands on your hips. Square the left hip forward, right hip back, and breathe here as you fold. So listen to the body, right? Listen to the body folding down. Another breath. And then bend that front leg. Step off. Hands can come onto the blocks, lifting into your standing split, okay? So using the support that you need in order to come into your standing split, roll that foot on the ankle, folding down, and then step it back. So we were talking yesterday, about a quote that Anand used, which was, Float the head up. Lift up, Virabhadrasana 1. And then open it up, Virabhadrasana 2. Where Anand was saying, you know, in life some people will adore you. Wonderful. And some people won't adore you. Wonderful. And for those of us, I'd say probably most of us, it might not feel so wonderful to have someone not adore you, right? Breathing here in your Vira 2. And we talked about that kind of feedback yesterday, and I was thinking more about it. Bring those hands down, framing the foot. Beautiful, long line of energy down that heel. And then ground the hands and step it back, down dog. You know, we talked about our reaction to people giving us feedback of, you know, how we should be. And, you know, what I was thinking is that what can be even more powerful than the negative feedback is the positive feedback. You know? Bring those knees down, widen the knees, touch the toes, sit back, child's pose. Allow yourself to just drop down again here. Closing the eyes, roll the eyes up and in, Sambhava Mudra. And connect with that sense of self. Big belly breaths going inside. Another breath. And then come on up. Ground the hands, curl the toes, lift the hips, down dog. Walk your dog out. And if you don't love three-legged dog, I invite you to skip it. Otherwise, float that left leg back and up. Stretch it up. Maybe roll the foot on the ankle. I'm going to do that same flow on the other side. Breathing. And then step that left foot forward, knowing that you're going into Virabhadrasana 1. Take your time. Set your feet. So, you know, when we get the feedback of, wow, you know, Laura, you're really good at blah, 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 you know, or I love it when you make this or do this or wear this or whatever the feedback is, you might feel pressure, either external or internal of, let's keep doing that because I get good feedback. I get validation when I do those things, right? And as tempting as that is, what might be your reality is that I did that and it was good, but I'm ready to move on. I'm ready to keep growing. Step off onto that left foot. And that's where things can get sticky. Bringing the right heel into the glute, stretching out the quads on the right side. And that's what the whole thing about being independent in order to be dependable. If you want to go into King Dancer, turn the hand so that the palm of the hand is holding onto the inner edge of the foot and push the foot into the hand as you come forward. Keep that right hip down. Float it up. Another breath. And release. And step it back. My left side, I have fallen over 3 days in a row. And with today being, I just broke the streak. I was like, am I going to fall out of King Dancer on the left side? Yay, I didn't. Open the heart. Breathe in here. So this independence, it's when we listen to our own voice. You know, and as I've shared with you all, breathing, and then stepping forward into our standing split, coming down, lift that leg up, putting your hands on blocks as you might need to. Another breath, and then step that foot back, and lift up. Virabhadrasana 1. And then straighten the legs. And feet are hip width apart. Square the right hip forward, left hip back. Soften that left knee. And using your blocks or using your hands on your hips to have this be an expression that works best for you. Okay? Whatever that might be. Breathe here. Keep gliding the left hip back, right hip forward. So when we're independent, when we're listening to our own voice, that's when things get steady. So, I keep using myself as an example because that's what's easiest. So let's say that, I was in a place where I was constantly seeking feedback from students. And I love it when y'all, give me feedback. So I don't mean to say that you shouldn't, let me know what you love. Because I absolutely take that in. Inhale, come on up. Virabhadrasana 1. But let's say that that's what was driving me, right? So one student said, Laura, I'd really like it if you talk a little less. So I talk less. And then some of my students would be like, Laura, what happened to you talking? Talk more. So I talk more, right? Coming into your Virabhadrasana 2. Breathing fingertip to fingertip. Gorgeous stretch. Another breath. And then some students might say, oh man, I really loved it when you sang that mantra the other class. So I'd sing. And then other students might say, Laura, keep your day job. Stop singing. And bring the foot, come on down. Down dog. And the key issue here is it's me, basing my activities on external feedback. And I think that when we're constantly, effectively letting other people chart our course, it makes us anxious, right? We're not grounded. We're not grounded. Tailbone rises up, head hangs heavy. Another breath. Glide forward. But when we're charting our own course, breathing here in your plank, when it's our own course that we're listening to, that we're setting, things become steadier because we're plugging into our independence, right? We're connecting to our sense of self, our true self, and things become steadier. Another breath. And then drop those knees down. Anahatasana. And that's when we can become dependable. Because we're grounded. We're not, shifting with, the feedback of the day. That's when we become dependable. Another breath. And come on up. And settle down onto the belly. Bring the forehead down and just roll the head back and forth, really connecting with Agya. Rolling the eyes up and in. The color of this chakra is indigo. The element is consciousness. This is the portal to the connection to cosmic consciousness. Hands underneath the shoulders, walk the hands out off the mat. So we're coming into our super cobra, Maha Bhujangasana, and lifting up and listen to the body. Close the eyes, roll the eyes up and in, and exhale it down. So just have this be a wave of motion. Inhale on the rise and exhale it down. do one more. Really breathing into the back body, breathing into the kidneys and adrenals. Forehead down onto the mat, roll the forehead back and forth again. And then reaching back, arms go back like airplane wings, and lift up into your locust. Sarvangasana. Breathing here. Don't hold the breath. Working the body. Another breath. And release down. Turn the head. Allow the whole body to just melt down and relax. Close the eyes, go inside. Again, as if you have this beautiful mirror in front of you, seeing yourself in that mirror, unified and whole. All the pieces of your life coming seamlessly together without conflict, without struggle. And then as you're ready, inhale up again into your locust. Arms can still reach back like airplane wings, or you can bring your arms out to the side. This is a little bit more work for the back body, so listen to the body. Listen to the body. Breathing here. And then release. Head turns in the other direction. It's probably going to feel weird. Wag your tail if you'd like. Another breath. And your choice. Still arms like airplane wings, arms out, or you can stretch the arms forward. This is the most work for the back body. Arms reaching forward. So if you have a tweaky low back, Bakkhasana, for example, please listen to the body. Please be careful. Breathing here, lifting up, lifting up, lifting up. Working the body, feeling your strength. Breathe into your strength. Another breath. And then come on down. Palms underneath the head. One stacked on the other. And bring the forehead down right onto the backs of the hands. And again, wag your tail. And feel how the ajna, the third eye, melts down into the backs of the hands. And only do this if it's comfortable. If there's anything crunchy or grindy in your hands, then don't do it. Maybe come all the way down onto the mat if that works better. Listen to the body. I always invite you to practice yoga from the inside out. The inside out. Plugging the hands underneath the shoulders, curl the toes, lift the hips. Come on up. What I've witnessed over the years, living here in the States, tailbone rises up, head hangs heavy. Breathing. And then step that right leg forward, coming into your pigeon. Pigeon. Bakkhasana. So the knee is out to the side, giving our belly all kinds of space to fold forward. And we breathe our pigeon. Beautiful arch to the front of our pose. Open the heart. Lift the chin. Breathe. So what I've witnessed in the Western world is we practice yoga from the outside in. So coming down, grab your block or your blocks. If your right hip is super high, maybe stick a block underneath it or stick a blanket underneath it. And I would love for you to be able to get your forehead down. So if you're feeling super tight, turn your block so that it works for you, so that you can get your third eye onto the block. And you can kind of play with this. You've got, if you have 2 blocks, which hopefully you do, there's a whole bunch of different ways you can turn your block so that you get the right height. Okay? Whole bunch of different ways. And if you don't have blocks, I invite you to create fists with your hands, and maybe that will work for you. Or maybe you're up on your elbows and you're taking the thumbs to the third eye. Okay? Listen to the body. Breathing into that hip. So in the Western world, we practice yoga from the outside in. How does it look? Am I doing it right? Comparing yourself to others, comparing yourself to the teacher. That's from the outside in, and that's where I see a lot of people practice, from the outside in. And you miss the really good stuff when you do that. The really good stuff. How the poses make you feel. How the poses serve your body. Instead, I invite you to practice from the inside out, letting go of how it looks, and connect with how it feels. What does your body need? Breathing into this hip. And your choice if you want to continue here in classic pigeon. If you want to twist, you can take your right arm across like you're threading the needle. This is Pavarita Bakkhasana. So the right arm is across, coming onto that shoulder, turning the head so you're looking to the left, on the right here. And breathe. Big belly breath down into the belly. And this can be really sweet to have a falling out breath here, like a letting it go. You're not in an in-person class. Make any sound you want to just let it go. Or whatever speaks to you, to just have you just let go a bit more about the tension you might be holding in the body. And then gently walk yourself up. Beautiful. Back bend. Open the heart, open the throat, lift the chin. And then settle that right hip down. Get any block or blankets out of the way. And swing that leg around. Okay? So the left knee is on top. Right knee is bent. This leg is not so important. So if you're feeling like you're really like almost about to fall over, straighten the bottom leg and wrap the right arm around the left knee and twist to the left. This is Ardha Matsyendrasana. Squeeze that knee in as you twist and release. Don't fight the breath. Inhale, we pulse out of the twist. Exhale, we deepen. Inhale, release. Exhale, deepen. And then soles of the feet come together. Baddha Konasana. Just felt my hip. And with Baddha Konasana, I find it always helpful to kind of lean forward and reach back and catch my chunky bits. Get them out of the way so that the sits bones ground down into the earth. And that helps you have a nice tall spine. Okay, and if this is your Baddha Konasana, beautiful. Nice tall spine. If you notice that there's any crimping in the lumbar spine, please sit up. And you can lean to the right as you press the knees down to the left. And then you can lean to the left as you press the knees down to the right. And then you can lean forward only if you're not compressing the lower back. Folding forward. And then inhale, come on up. Let me check our time. Yeah, I want to do more stuff, but we gotta do pigeon on the other side. So coming on back onto the mat, back into your down dog. I neglected to show you reclining pigeon, which I'm going to do in just a moment. For those of us in classic, bring the left knee forward. And this is if you have like crunchy knees where you're like, ooh, this pose does not feel good for me. My knees don't like it. Then I'll show you an alternative. So beautiful, open heart. Always listening to the body. And come on down into your classic Bakkhasana. Okay, getting the bolsters, getting the places that you need supported. And for those of you who would prefer a different kind of pigeon, come on to the back. And the right sole of the foot is on the earth. The left ankle is on the right knee. And then we bring those knees in. And I always have to mindfully connect my neck. I do kind of weird tense things with my shoulders and my neck in this pose. So I have to really kind of like shrug it out and bring the chin down. And then while you're here, you can roll that right ankle and snuggle that foot in. And if you're doing pigeon for the first time on this side, I invite you to do this on your back for a few breaths and then switch when we're starting to twist onto the right side so that you get both hips. Breathing here into this left hip, whichever pigeon you're in. Nice falling out breath. Nice big inhale. And then just let it go. Let it go. Let the shoulders release and relax. Let the face go soft. You can also, this is very good for boosting vagal tone, horse lips. So just experiment. You know, something might sound silly, but you might do it and you might be like, oh, I really like it. Right? Another breath. And then for those of you who are going to twist, we bring our left arm through, like thread the needle. We come down, taking care of that knee, doing what you can to keep the right hip down so that you're not rolling too heavily onto the left. Breathe here. Really drawing breath down into the inner groin on the left side. This is so good for the lymph nodes, giving this really big squeeze. It's brilliant for our immune system. Another breath. And then walk the hands out and up. Open the heart. Squeeze the back body, loving on the kidneys and the adrenals. And then settle the left hips down. And swing that leg around. Remembering in this pose that if you're really leaning to the left, straighten the bottom leg. Okay? This is now my right knee that's up. My left arm wraps around and we twist to the right. Breathing here, making sure both hips are evenly grounded. Breathing here. Another breath. And then release. Soles of the feet together. Knees fall open. Tenting the fingers behind you, lift up, roll the pelvic bowl forward and settle the hips down. And you can also reach back and again, grab your glutes, get them out of the way so that your sits bones plug into the earth. This helps with the health of the lower back, and it helps keep the spine long. And then if you'd like, you can fold forward. And this can be a place where it's really nice to have. You might be like, Laura, I need 4 blocks. So if you have 2, you see how I'm kind of angling them here so that they're comfortable on my third eye. Because it can feel so good to really just release the head into the blocks here in your Baddha Konasana. So the soles of my feet are still together, the knees are falling open. And as you sit here for another few breaths, you might be able to shift the blocks. You might be able to come down a bit farther, or not. Don't force it. Another breath. Eyes are rolled up and in, going inside, connecting to shunya, silence. Walk the hands up and come on to the back body. Hug the knees in. Snap, crackle, pop. Rock it out. Swim the knees around. And if there's one last thing that you would love to do before settling into Shavasana, go ahead and do that now. Allow the shoulders just to relax down. Connecting deeply with yourself here again, closing the eyes and looking into that mirror, seeing yourself whole, seeing yourself integrated and independent. And then let all of the thinking, all of the visualizing go, and just release and relax. And breath by breath coming back to this moment, to this practice as you need to, with kindness and compassion. So today's poem is from Dana. And Dana writes, awakening, can I withstand the radiance? When the goddess gazes from my eyes, when my heart opens wide, when the current of life sweeps me far from safety, when even the illusion of control is lost, and what's left to me is love, can I breathe a prayer of gratitude and praise? Unlike the winter groundhog, can I raise my face to the sun and not run from the shadow that, embodied, I will always cast in daylight? awakening here. Inviting yourself to embrace your radiance, bringing the pieces of yourself together into a beautiful, radiant whole, healed and powerful. Feeling into the body, feeling the connection with your intuition, breathing movement back into the body as your body wishes for it to be, whatever that might look like. Remembering that yoga is so much more than these defined poses on the mat. Yoga is union, the union of mind and body. It doesn't matter what it looks like. What matters is how it feels. In your own time, rolling over onto the right side, cradling the heart. Giving yourself such a big hug, lots of love. Giving yourself permission to step into your own radiance, your independent sense of self. And then carefully pressing yourself up into an easy seat. Hands at the heart space. Let's take a nice big inhale and we'll om out together.